Welcome to the Knuckleheads of Liberty.
It's episode 200, and it just seems to have just flown by. Kind of like all this COVID nonsense, I guess. and that's sort of tied into how we got to be doing what we're doing here. This show sprung out of COVID. Some of us were working on Libertarian Counterpoint. It's a long-running show out of Sacramento. And we had an issue where our studio was shut down, and so we had to start figuring out how to do it remotely. And so we started this podcast, and we didn't call it Knuckleheads of Liberty at first. We just called it James, what did we call it?
It was Libertarian Counterpoint Podcast, LCCP.
Libertarian Counterpoint Podcast. There we go. Yeah, and then it took a while before they realized what knuckleheads we were, and that's when we became the Knuckleheads of Liberty, I guess.
I beg to differ. I thought we were patterned after the fantastic 1930 vintage motorcycle engine developed by Harley Davidson called the Knucklehead. That's why
we are
it's
both.
in our
We are
logo.
both. We are still knuckleheads, though. Go ahead.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once we start showing behind the scenes content, the world will see how big of knuckleheads we all really, really are.
Fortunately, we always have bigger knuckleheads to talk about on this show.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Absolutely.
They out knucklehead the knuckleheads.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
But one of the reasons we're doing this, and I guess we could all go around and kind of kick that topic around, but part of it's just the craziness, all of the infringements upon our liberties that we're all exposed to. And I think we're all just a bunch of normal guys who are all kind of like, wow, this is crazy, all the stuff that's been happening to us.
Yes.
I know that's kind of what's gotten me going. You can't just sit on the sidelines anymore and hope that things are going to get better, because they're clearly not. We've shown the whole GDP debt to GDP ratio, which is like scary levels. We've gone beyond World War II levels, which is just insane. It's over 100%, and our current administration sees no reason to stop now. So just keep going. So I think it's really scary things that we're looking at into the future, and kind of things that in a libertarian world, where maybe some social things that might just be choice, where we'd be okay if we saw our neighbor doing it, as long as we're not forced to do it. A lot of us would be okay with it, but we're literally seeing scary social changes as well, just forced down our throats. So
Yes.
what do you guys think about this? Why are you guys doing this show?
Well, I will start, and I tell you, I am doing this show. I want to spread the message of liberty, and everything that I do on this show comes from the very concept that is in one of our founding documents, the Declaration of Independence: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, at the end of this show, you will hear that expression, and you'll also hear what I have added, now and forever, or now and for whatever. But you'll hear my ending.
Always.
But the point is, though, we always and forever exactly is the ending. The point is, though, we must spread the word of liberty, and we must spread the message of liberty. Jason, I'm sure you remember, and James, I'm sure you remember, we started this thing in a studio just before the pandemic took off. I think it was the last Thursday in February of 2020. And after that, we were shut down. And one of you guys, I don't know which one of you guys, came up with the idea, maybe we should go online, and we pulled in Tim, and we started, and now we are 200 shows later. But the message of liberty is what's important. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, always and forever. We must spread that message, and we must keep on going, maybe for our next 1,000 shows, and I hope we do.
Yeah, that's great, Leon, and that's good motivation right there to have for doing this. But I just thought ran across my mind. If we've done 200 shows, so we do once a week, that's 52 weeks in a year.
Twice a week shows. Tim, we do 2 shows a week.
2 shows a week.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. All right. What am I thinking? even at, see, I'm a knucklehead. So
there we
new
go.
math
You're
that they're
proving the
teaching
point.
in the
You're
schools.
proving the point.
yeah, so we do 50. There's 52 weeks. We do 2 shows a week. That's 104 shows a year. So we've been doing this around 2 years. Then, right?
Yes, we have been. Yes.
2 years. Oh, how
2020.
fast
2020,
time
yes.
flies.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, always.